It's time for another episode of the Tan and J-Man Show live on the ISC Sports Network. I want to start this show off by wishing my co-host a happy birthday. His birthday was yesterday. The Big 3-4, as they call it. How you feeling, old man?
Feeling good, Jay, man. Thanks for the birthday wishes. Thanks to everybody. Send me a text yesterday or phone call or Facebook post or whatever. Really appreciate it. But yeah, feeling old. I don't know why. 34 is not even a milestone birthday. But,
Yeah.
I got to thinking this morning, Jay, man, I'm like, wow, half my life ago, I was 17. It doesn't even feel that long ago. Times that by 2, I'm going to be 68. So
Yeah.
it's just kind of one of those, oh boy, moments.
Yeah. Yeah. At least we got a lot. We got a long way to go, hopefully.
Yes, hopefully.
Yeah,
Yes.
fingers crossed. But yeah, 34 is not a big one. 30 was pretty big, although I didn't feel like it was that big. I think 35 will hit me worse than any of them have so far. I don't know why that is. 35 just feels like okay, getting a little older.
Did that hit your wife hard? 35?
No, not particularly. She's unfazed by most though. So yeah, she at least she didn't say anything. Your wife's 35th's coming up here in a few weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, and she's not looking forward to it.
Yeah.
She told me I don't even want to celebrate it, which I know she's joking. I know better
Yeah.
than that, but yeah, it's kind of hitting her a little hard.
You
So
know, that's the risk we took when we married much older women. They're
true,
just gonna be older than us the rest
it's
of our
true.
lives. Yeah.
I told her I'll stop with the old jokes for the next 9 days. We're the same age now for the next 9 days,
Yeah.
but after that, it's right back to it. So
Yeah, my wife doesn't get that luxury. She turned
yeah,
35 when I was 33, and I was really rubbing it in then. She was 35 for about 18 days before I turned 34. So, yeah,
beautiful,
yeah,
beautiful.
absolutely.
But I brought some birdie or bogey
Alrighty.
with me this evening. I got to be honest, I don't like it. I will be honest to everybody out there. I was scrambling to find a question. Um, so I did some research. I think this is I think this is right. I don't know. I had some help with AI. Didn't
Yeah.
have enough time, but it's a football question.
Okay.
It's a mix of college and NFL.
Perfect.
What college has produced the most kickers to get drafted in the NFL draft?
That's a really good question. Um, you say you hate it, but I like that question a lot 'cause it's hard because I have no
It
idea.
is hard, but I hate it because I'm like,
No.
I hope the answer is factual.
Yeah.
And the little research I could do. So
I have no idea. That's a really good question because, I mean, you could go through all 32 kickers that were the kicker for the majority of the season for each team. Of course, multiple teams had multiple kickers.
right.
Um, I could name you maybe 3 or 4 what college they went to. I just don't know when it comes to kickers. I'm pretty good with most positions. We used to be so good at going through
Oh
each
man.
team, regardless of position, and knowing exactly where they went to school. Basketball, especially. I remember one time
Mm-hmm.
we're sitting there, and I think we got every single one right.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now it's obviously harder with the landscape of college athletics, but no, that's a very good question. And Birdie or Bogey is brought to you by Giretti's Place. Small town vibes, big time flavor. Giretti's Place serves up fresh breakfast and lunch favorites that keep you coming back for more. 703 Main Street, Rochester, Indiana. Go check them
And
out.
I went over this last week, but the February specials, they got the Monte Cristo, the Hawaiian burger, their soups of the day. They got low baked potato every day. Thursday's creamy chicken wild rice. Friday, cactus chili. Saturday, broccoli cheddar. Appetizers to try and share for the month are the shareable sampler. That's right up J Man's alley, it sounds like.
I'm a
Boneless
big fan of
chicken
the
wings and chips and salsa.
The cactus, what was it? Cactus soup?
Cactus chili.
Cactus chili.
Yep.
Is there actual cacti in it?
I've had it and I can't taste the cactus unless it's really fine chopped up like a pepper and I just can't tell the difference. That
Yeah,
could be.
because I've
It's a very sweet chili.
okay.
Very sweet. Yep.
I've never had cactus. I know it's edible, um, and I would imagine it's a sweeter sort of taste. So that makes
Isn't it
sense.
good
Maybe
for hydration? Because it holds a lot of water.
you might be onto something there,
Okay.
which is weird because they're usually in the desert.
Right.
Um,
That's
Seems
how
like
they
it wouldn't.
survive.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point.
Yeah. I don't know. I should have paid more attention in science class.
Yeah, same. I didn't. I was more interested in heading to gym or something.
But speaking of gym, we got a lot to talk about a sport that happens inside the gym, and that's basketball.
Yeah, now's. I mean, I said a few weeks ago. Now it's nut up or shut up time. But now we got 5 games, 6 games left essentially, for some teams, and now's the time where you kind of have to start separating a little bit. You can kind of weed out the pretenders from the contenders and that sort of deal. But yeah, it was a fun week as it's been for the past couple weeks, and now, but it seems like the focus is mainly on college basketball, at least for me. Of course, we had the NFL all throughout January as well, but now it's just college basketball. And it's a weird time of year because that's literally it. I mean, I know there've been some golf tournaments here or there, um, but and of course you have the NBA, which that's how little the NBA means to me. I didn't even think about the NBA. Didn't even know it was All Star Weekend until like Friday night, and I saw somebody talking about it,
Which
which shows.
supposedly the All Star game was actually entertaining to watch
That's
this
what
year
I
and
heard.
competitive,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I saw that being tweeted live last night, and it still didn't gauge my interest to flip it over. So,
No. Me either. And I mean, we used to get so into like
mhm.
the festivities were the 3-point contest, the dunk contest, and now the dunk contest is so lame. No one was
Joke.
even there watching it. It felt like in LA, and the dunks aren't very good. The guy who won, I think he mainly won because he did some dances afterwards, after each dunk. But I don't know how you fix that. You don't have superstars in it anymore. LeBron has never done it. He was too cowardice to do it. And Mac
Now he's too
McClung,
old.
now he's too old. Yeah, Mac McClung, who was 3-time champ, he said that no one else wanted to do it if he was going to be in it. Did you see the clip over the weekend of the dunks he was going to do?
Yeah, he would have
He
smoked
he would
everybody.
he would have killed everyone.
Yep.
Those dunks were
Maybe
awesome.
all time.
Yeah,
Maybe all time. I mean,
those were
my
some
gosh.
all-time dunks. Good for him for staying relevant, though. I mean, he's been an up and down guy in the NBA, but the fact he's that good of a dunker. But you had Jace Richardson smacking his head on and falling down. You had Jackson Hayes doing just a normal dunk, one-handed. It was just pathetic. I didn't watch any. I just saw clips of it.
How about these guys who are injured but still partaking in the festivities? Like Damian Lillard's rehabbing his Achilles, but he wins the three-point
He
shot.
won the 3-point. Yeah.
What are we doing?
So, and a lot of people were on Adam Silver for a lot of the comments. He's a terrible commissioner, for one.
I thought he was going to be really good. When
I
he took
did
over.
too.
Was
Well, the first thing he kind of did was drop the hammer on Donald Sterling. Remember his racist comments?
oh
And so
yeah,
everyone's like, "All right, man, this guy's not messing around." But since then, it's been a disaster for the most part. People are watching the NBA less. You have the issues with load management and tanking, and now he's talking about some crazy idea having all the non-playoff teams playing a tournament to decide who, gets that number one pick, sort of thing. And in All-Star weekends become trash. I mean, I remember we'd like get together and watch like the dunk contest and stuff like that,
sure.
and that no longer happens.
No,
For anyone, obviously for us, we're in our 30s. We probably shouldn't be doing that anymore. But those college age kids, I don't think they care at all about it anymore. High school kids, nothing. And it's yeah, I don't know what the NBA does, but I'm very glad I stopped watching years ago.
Yeah, I've got to be ready if Seattle gets a team, which is looking more and more promising, to at least hitch my wagon to them
Yeah,
and care about them a little bit. But which it is funny, and it started as a gimmick for me or a shtick, but I'm serious. Like if Seattle gets a team, that will be my team, and I'll at least keep up with them per
yeah.
se, kind of like I do the Colorado Avalanche. I don't watch every game or anything like that, but I keep up with them and watch box scores and stuff. So
That would be fun to just jump on an expansion team's bandwagon.
yeah, why
Because
not?
you're literally starting with nothing.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
I'm with you.
So, but college hoops, yeah. Big Ten race. I mean, it looks like Michigan's. I mean, well, they definitely have the upper hand. They're
Yeah,
ranked
2
number
games
one in
up.
the country now,
Right.
but it's still only 2 games. It's not 3,
Mhm.
like it looked like. It very well could be at one point during the week, but it's a 2-game lead. Got a big one tomorrow night. Michigan, Purdue, number 1 versus number 7 in Mackey Arena, which amazingly, this is the first time a number 1 team has come into Mackey Arena since Illinois in 05.
Really?
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Yeah. I thought Indiana was number 1 in 2013. They were third
Okay.
when they came in. So, yeah, it'll be rocking tomorrow night. I hate that it's on Peacock, but
Yeah.
Since I'm going, I'm glad it's a 6:30 start, not like
Definitely.
9 o'clock start.
Yeah.
But good week for Purdue, really good week. Got up big, 22 points early in the second half on Nebraska, then fought like heck to hang on, and the game goes into overtime, but they found a way to squeak it out. You never got to apologize for a road win in the Big Ten, especially one against a team at the time that was ranked in the top 10. And then even though I didn't get to watch much of the game on Saturday, they beat the brakes off Iowa on the road, which Iowa gave them all they wanted the first matchup in Mackey. So, I mean, last week I was predicting a split, even kind of came to terms with that, best case scenario, they're probably going to split. Came out 2-0. Now they got 3 in a row at home. Tough ones, Michigan, Indiana, and Michigan State. But you got 3 in a row at home down the stretch. Feel a lot better about Purdue than I did 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I'm sure.
And that's college basketball in a nutshell,
yeah.
up and down.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. And as I said, you might as well get that little skid out of the way in January. Yeah. But yeah, Purdue. I didn't watch much of either of their games. But I like checked the score. Okay, Purdue's up, 17.5 against Nebraska. Check back. They're up 10 with how much time? 2 minutes, maybe?
Yeah, I think it was 10 with 2:45 left, I think, or something like that. Yeah.
And then I turned, and then the Illinois game started, and I kind of turned it off. But then I checked back. It's like, oh, Purdue's going overtime. I'm like, oh boy. And then Nebraska finally gets a lead. And they even had a chance to extend it late and missed, obviously. And then great finish by Clough there, but that was an unbelievable pass by Fletcher Lawyer.
Yeah, no way I thought he was passing. I thought he was checking double team and wouldn't get into well.
Yeah, I don't know how I fit it in there. It was a great catch, too, by Clough.
Right.
But, yeah, unbelievable pass. Find a way to hold on. But then at Iowa, I knew it would be tough, but Iowa's starting to wake up
they
a
are.
bit. Terrible loss from them at Maryland earlier in the year, and it looked like that definitely carried over into Saturday. They're a one-man show there with Bennett Sturts, and he didn't play very well at all on Saturday, from what I could decipher.
And Purdue against Nebraska had similar struggles that Illinois had that night, not sealing the game at the free throw line late.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. Purdue missed a ton of free throws.
I mean, it was the 3 guys for Purdue you wanted the line: Smith, Lawyer, and Cox, and they couldn't make them. And it was just like, if they do that, they win by 6, 7, 8 points, and the game doesn't even go to overtime. But man.
Yeah, that Illinois-Wisconsin game might be the most frustrating Illinois loss in I don't even know how long. Like, I'm still thinking about it just because. Yeah, they have the excuse, they had no Boswell, no Stojakovic. There's your 2 best defenders facing the highest scoring guard tandem in the Big Ten, and John Blackwell and Boyd, Nick Boyd. And Boyd torched him because Ben Hummerkaus had to guard him in the second half, and he just torched in the final 8 minutes. There's that excuse, but I don't want to use that excuse because they were up 12 with 8 minutes left. Illinois was. And still, if Wisconsin would have just come in and beat them, okay. Whatever, I wouldn't even be thinking about it now, but the way it happened, because you're very clearly a better team than Wisconsin,
right?
And again, they missed some free throws. Illinois' best free throw shooting team in the Big Ten. They were number 2 in the country, coming in at close to 80% as a team. And again, the guys you want at the line got there with Keaton Walker. He's an 83% free throw shooter. David Mirkovic is an 80+% free throw shooter, and they win a combined, I think, 1 for 6 and overtime for 1. And a lot of it played into Boswell and Stojakovic being hurt because those guys coming off playing 40 plus minutes at Michigan State on Saturday, followed up playing 40 minutes again against Wisconsin, and they had no legs left. Everything was short or flat. So it's just one of those games, and they still had a chance to win at the buzzer too. I was really discouraged after that loss, but then like I kind of had to smack myself like, you just lost to two very good teams in overtime by one possession where you had a chance to either tie at the buzzer or win at the buzzer. So get over it. And then Boswell comes back yesterday, and they just smacked Indiana in a game that I didn't think Illinois played all that well. They didn't shoot very well. But they were able to find a way to get it done while shooting 7 for 31 from 3 and still won by 20. And getting Boswell back just changes that defense so much. Of course, Wilkerson kind of got his. He got 21 points, but he only shot the ball 14 times. And so that was just a credit to Boswell, just preventing him from even getting shots up. And Indiana's a very unimpressive team. I'm not impressed with Tucker DeVries at all. He's an old man out there, and he's looked much worse at the high major level than he did at, Drake, which, I mean, that happens. But, yeah, it was an okay week for Illinois. They only fell to 10th in the poll, which, again, the poll means nothing right now. I think if the season ended today, they'd be a 2 seed. And as would Purdue, with Michigan being a 1. I know Lenardi has Michigan State and Nebraska both a 4, which 2 weeks ago, Nebraska's a 1. So it shows you how much the season changes, but it also shows that Nebraska is not nearly as good as, everyone thought, which, as I've said since December, I didn't believe in them that much. I think they're a good team, but don't get me wrong. But I don't think Purdue or Illinois or Michigan or those kind of teams should lose to them anyway, even on the road. But yeah, now huge week for Purdue. 2 home games, as you said, Michigan tomorrow, then Indiana on Friday, and then Illinois goes West Coast. So very, very big week.
Illinois should take care of business, but those West Coast trips can be tricky.
Yeah, I think they'll be favored in both.
Right.
I think they'll probably end up splitting. I don't think they'll have Stojakovic this week. It doesn't even sound like he's going to make the trip as of now.
What's he dealing with?
He high ankle sprain, which he did early in the first half at Michigan State and was able to play through it through overtime and all that. And he was very good in that game too, but then it just swelled up afterwards and couldn't go against Wisconsin, couldn't go yesterday. And I imagine, if he sits this week, they don't play. They play Saturday at UCLA, but then they don't play again until Friday at home against Michigan. So wouldn't be surprised if he just stays back and rehabs. They need him though. Again, he's a really good defender. 6'7", has some length. Brad doesn't trust his bench at all, clearly. They played 6 guys more than 30 seconds. And then their 7th guy that he played 30 seconds on Tuesday. Then yesterday they went, just 2 men off the bench, and that's going to rear its ugly head eventually. Now in tournament time, that's usually what coaches do. They go, 2 or 3 deep on their bench. But you're in the middle of February. You just got to do bench, man. Even if you don't want to, you got to put Brandon Lee or Mihailo Petrovic in, because Wagler's averaging about 38 minutes a game. Now he's an 18-year-old with fresh legs, so that shouldn't be too big of a deal. But yeah, the bench is starting to scare me a little bit there, which Purdue has much more depth than Illinois does.
I think the thing for Purdue this last week has been the rebounding.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Trey Marin especially has become a beast. And he said he's watching Dennis Rodman highlights before every game to kind of try to get in the zone and get a little pumped up. I'm like, whatever it takes, man, because
that's a good guy to watch.
He was that way early in the season, then he kind of lost it for a little while, and now he's back to this past week rebounding well, and it's going to take that tomorrow night against a very good Michigan team, which Michigan is a 2.5-point favorite, which Purdue's only been underdog 5 times in Mackey Arena in the last, I think, 5 or 6 years.
Wow.
And they've went 3-2 in those games. So
who are they to they lost to?
Well, I should say past decade. They lost to Villanova the year Villanova was defending champs. Then they lost to Michigan the COVID year. That was their only home loss.
Okay.
But they beat Michigan State and Alabama last year. And there's another one in there that they beat. Or maybe this is the 5th time. Excuse me. This is the 5th time. They're 2-2. So this is the 5th time. Yeah.
And Yaxel Landeborg had a video that surfaced that not that Purdue needs extra motivation, but I'm sure that just
Yeah, I guess that was recorded like 4 months ago,
okay.
but it just now came out. But Dusty May didn't really like. He made a weird comment about it. He's like, Purdue's not gonna use that as bulletin board material.
Yeah, I
Like,
saw that too.
but he didn't really say like, yeah, he needs to shut his mouth or anything like that. I'm like, whatever. I think
That's
like
tough
Dusty Mays, he's at the perfect school for him
for sure.
to where even though he's doing amazing things with the basketball program, football rules, and he can get away with a lot of his stuff. And it's not
If
in the
Jawan
public eye.
Howard got away with fighting Greg Gard and throwing punches at
Exactly.
Mark Turgeon for as long as he did, I think
Exactly.
Dusty is kind of a slime ball, but he's a very good basketball coach and knows
Yeah.
what he's doing, and that'll be a heck of a game tomorrow night. I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah, I just hope Purdue doesn't come out like so amped up.
Yeah,
Like I've seen it happen before in big games where like, oh, we got to put it on them to where they just tense up early on. And they haven't played extremely well at home this
they
year.
haven't. No,
Illinois beat them. Iowa State killed them. And then there's been a couple close ones against like Oregon and Iowa. So
Washington even kind of hung in there.
Yeah, so they're going to need the Mackey magic of old to come through tomorrow night.
As I've said, Mackey has a way of punching teams in the mouth, and they did to Michigan early last year too. They got huge in the first 10 minutes.
Punked them. Yeah, a lot different Michigan team this year, of course, but
much different.
Yeah, we'll see. But at least we're getting good Big Ten games now. This part of the season.
I hate that it seems like Big Ten games are played Tuesday and Wednesday, and there's nothing on Monday, nothing on Thursday. You get one-offs Friday, which now it seems like the one-offs on Friday have just started. I wish they'd spread them out a little bit, and I understand the girls' basketball is also going on, and they need time as well to be on. But I hate that they jam-pack them into just 2 days throughout the week. That's frustrating to me. But
I know there's a lot of people like involved with high school basketball in the state of Indiana complaining that Purdue Indiana's on a Friday night, which it has been the past 3 years. Because they're like, that this is supposed to be the basketball state. I'm like, unfortunately, TV networks don't care.
They don't care. Don't care at all. I don't think. Yeah, I don't know how much say the Big Ten has in that, which I don't think the Big Ten cares either.
No, they don't care about high school basketball. Why would they? I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
But I get the gripe of, Indiana high school basketball is still pretty big in the state of Indiana, per se. So
I've seen a lot of people complain when Big Ten football is on Friday night as well.
Right.
Throughout the fall, this would be the high school football.
High school's night. Yeah.
Yeah, the high school's night. But
yeah.
I texted you earlier to say I think we should do like a Big Ten bubble watch.
Mm-hmm.
I would say there's. How many teams did I list? 5 teams on the bubble in the Big Ten. I would have put Wisconsin in there, but their week this past week, I think
they're in
pretty much a lock. At this point, winning at Illinois and then just smacking Michigan State at home. The 5, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams that I think are strictly bubble right now. And that's IU, Iowa, UCLA, USC, and Ohio State. Starting with Indiana. What are your thoughts on Indiana? I think there's 2 wins that are kind of saving them right now.
I don't think they're good. And I know they beat Purdue. I know they had a nice little streak there, but just watching them, if they're shooting well, but they can say about anybody. If they're shooting well,
for sure.
They're really tough, but they have no inside presence. They don't seem to gel that well at times. I just don't. Will they make the tournament? There's a good chance. I know Lenardi's got 10 teams in right now for the Big Ten.
Yeah.
And Indiana wasn't even like one of the last 4 in, one of the last 4 buys. He had them comfortably in, I think, in the 9 seed the last time I saw, 9 or 10. But I just don't think they're very good.
Yeah.
But as of this moment, I think they're in, but a lot can change.
I agree. As you said, no inside presence at all. They're big guys averaging 4 rebounds. Illinois out rebounded by 20 yesterday. Had like 20 more second chance points, which Illinois is very big and they rebound very well.
Sure.
But you look at Indiana's schedule and who they've beaten. Non-conference, they beat no one. They beat Marquette.
They did play a few.
They played Louisville, who was 6th at the time. They've fallen way back. They're still good, but they lost to them. Lost at Kentucky.
Yep.
Played Marquette, second game of the year, beat them by 23. I think a lot of Indiana fans were like, oh, man, we might have something. Marquette's ended up being trash. Blew out Kansas State.
Except they beat Butler the last time they played.
Beat Kansas State, who just fired their head coach yesterday.
As they should have.
As they should have. And then you look at their Big Ten. They lost to Nebraska, Michigan State. Iowa smacked them at home.
In Nebraska, they were up 16 second half.
Yeah, and Nebraska came back and won. Lost at Michigan. And their two saving graces right now are that win against Purdue and then at UCLA, finding a way to hold on to win by 1. Wisconsin at home as well. They haven't beaten anyone besides Purdue, and you could argue that their most important win was at UCLA because it's a road win.
Right.
Then you look at their schedule to play at Purdue, and then they host Northwestern. They'll beat them. Host Michigan State. That might be the biggest game of the year for them.
Mm-hmm.
Have to defend home court.
Mm-hmm.
Host Minnesota, and then they're at Ohio State. So there's not that many opportunities left to get a quad 1 win. Is their issue? Well, three of their last 5, I guess, would be quad 1. I think they need to go at least 3-2 in those. They
get a win or 2 in the Big Ten tournament to
feel safe.
Yeah.
They've had opportunity. They haven't had a ton of opportunities at home. Nebraska at home, but Purdue at home. But a lot of their big games have been on the road, which is tough. I mean,
it is.
That's really tough. But yeah, that Michigan State game, March 1st, could be the maybe deciding factor because
that was one Michigan State went on like a 30-2 run.
Yeah, at Michigan State. Yeah, it was terrible. But so that's Indiana. I think right now they're probably in the metrics like them a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But again, they haven't beaten anyone at all.
And name matters. They can say it doesn't. Name matters when it comes.
It does. But at the same time, they could say that last year too, and they were one of the teams left out.
That's true. Good point.
So moving on to Iowa, which I think is very interesting because they have beaten no one, and they're pretty comfortably in right now. You look at their non-conference; they played no one. They beat Ole Miss, who's ended up not being very good. They did play at Iowa State, where they blew a 10-point lead and lost. But other than that, you're playing Bucknell and Western Michigan and Chicago State and Southeast Missouri. They did beat Xavier, but they stink. They hosted them though. But then you look at their Big Ten. Their best win is at Indiana, which that's a good road win.
Smack them.
And they did smack them too. But their second best win might be UCLA at home or USC at home or at Washington.
Should take care of those, yeah.
Lost at Maryland. I think that's the one that's going to rear its ugly head.
Sure.
And you look at Iowa's schedule the rest of the year. They host Nebraska Tuesday. Massive game for Iowa. Iowa needs it. Then they go to number 24 Wisconsin. They host Ohio State. They're at Penn State, which will not be easy. They host Michigan, and then they're at Nebraska. That's
pretty brutal. That's pretty brutal.
Final 6 games.
When you put it like that, I don't see them getting in the tournament.
I don't either. I just don't think they have the quality. Now, they have a ton of opportunities to get these quality wins.
Right.
But the way they've played the past, even they beat Northwestern by 6, beat USC, who's I think pretty good by 1, struggled against Rutgers at home. They did beat them, though. And they had opportunities, losing at Minnesota was rough. Had opportunity at home against Illinois, and they lose. At Purdue, they were in there, lost. At home against Purdue on Saturday, I think you'd feel okay about that one since it's at home. Gets absolutely destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say they don't make it. That's my prediction right now is they do not make it.
And maybe it's not a Fran thing in February and March. Maybe it's an Iowa culture thing.
Maybe it's an Iowa thing. And the thing and of course, college basketball is different now where you can just reload in the portal, but a lot of their guys are seniors. A lot of Indiana's guys are seniors. They lose everyone. Yeah. They're going to have to kind of try to do it again.
Yep.
Here we go with UCLA, who is strictly bubble right now. At 17-8, they're 7th in the Big Ten. Lost to Arizona at home. They came in the year, ranked in the top 15, didn't they? Or top 20 at least.
Very hyped. Yeah.
Had a chance to beat Arizona early in the season, lost by 4. Lost at Cal. Lost at Gonzaga. They did beat Arizona State, who stinks, so they don't have any good non-conference wins. They did win at Washington. They lost at Iowa and at Wisconsin. They beat Maryland, Penn State, lost at Ohio State. They did beat Purdue, but other than that, Purdue is by far their best win. I would say their second best win in Big Ten play might be at Washington.
Yeah, it's not very high up there.
And their schedule's pretty tough the rest of the way. They go at Michigan State tomorrow, and then they host Illinois, then they host USC, then they're at Minnesota, host Nebraska, and then at USC. Those two USC games could be the deciding factor whether they get in or not.
Yeah, and the Purdue game, and I know you got to win no matter what, and you don't take these things for consideration. I don't think the committee does, but Purdue gifted them that up 6 with
Definitely.
2 minutes left.
Yeah.
But when I'm glad you're going over the future schedule, because when I hear that, I'm like, I don't think they get in because I don't see them winning a lot of those games.
I don't either. They have to beat USC at least once, and I would say they have to beat either Illinois or Nebraska at home.
They got to beat somebody you're not supposed to beat. Yep.
Have to. And I could see them obviously doing it, but as of right now, I'm going to say they don't make it either. Because their quality of wins are just garbage. But Purdue's keeping Indiana and UCLA afloat.
I know, it's so frustrating. I can stomach losing Illinois, especially when a freshman puts up a remarkable game like that. Because Purdue played good offensively that game. They just couldn't stop Illinois. But UCLA and Indiana was like turn. That it's like you should beat those teams more times than they beat you. So those are the two that irk me really, but definitely. It is what it is.
You can't change it.
No.
Moving on to USC, who is 18-7, but they're 11th in the Big Ten. You look at their non-conference, their best win is not great either here. Their best win's probably at Boise State.
Not everybody plays tough non-cons like Illinois and Purdue.
That's fair. Seton Hall is a pretty good win. Yeah, Seton Hall is probably their best win in the non-conference at Arizona State.
Big East kind of stinks, doesn't it?
It does. It's bad this year. Remember when everyone said for years the ACC was the best conference, and now they've kind of fallen back quite a bit. It's kind of the same with the Big East. And it's
the Big Ten head and shoulders over everybody else. Big 12's not bad either.
No, Big 12 is very good. Yeah, very good. USC, though, lost by 30 at Michigan, 29 at Michigan State. They did win at Minnesota by 1. Lost to Purdue, lost to Northwestern at home.
Yeah, that's about
that could be one that. But then they go and win at Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So they kind of lose at Iowa by 1, beat Indiana, win at Penn State by 2, lose at Ohio State. Now they host Illinois. In Oregon this week, and then they're at UCLA, host Nebraska, at Washington, and then host UCLA. And the bubble must be weak if they're they're in right now too.
Yeah. But they're like one of the last 4 in, I think. So
yeah. I'm gonna say USC gets in. I think they have the talent to do it.
I am too. I think they gotta get 1, if not 2, in the Big Ten tournament, though. But I think, for the sake of this conversation, they find a way because I feel like I'm putting everybody out all of a sudden. So
we're pretty negative.
Yeah.
they'll probably all get in. And we look stupid. Now a case that, as of now, I think Lenardi has them as one of their last teams out, and that is the Ohio State.
Buckeyes. I don't think they're in right now.
I don't either. 16-9. Non-conference, they lost to a terrible Pittsburgh team. Pitt is 9-17.
Who's their coach now?
Jeff Capel still. I assume.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I assume he's going to get fired.
Yeah.
Lost at Pitt. They beat West Virginia by 1. Lost to North Carolina by 1. That was a heartbreaker. Their best non-conference win is West Virginia. That was a neutral. West Virginia's okay. They're 16-9. Notre Dame, they beat by 1. Notre Dame stinks. Big Ten play, though, they have beaten UCLA is a good win. That's at home, though. USC is a good win. Those are their 2 best wins in Big Ten play. Had a chance against Virginia on Saturday and lost. Now, this week they host Wisconsin, then they're at Michigan State, at Iowa, host Purdue, at Penn State, and then host Indiana. I'm going to say Ohio State doesn't come close to making it.
I agree with you.
Jake Diebler's canned.
Yep.
Is my guess. I'm very glad that Ohio State decided to hire Jake Diebler because Ohio State was kind of on their way out a little bit, falling back a little bit towards the end of the Holtman years. And instead of going out and getting somebody, they just fell further back by hiring Jake Diebler. It sounded like John Calipari wanted the job. And very, very glad he ended up at Arkansas. And they decided to promote Diebler. But again, Diebler's out of school, much like Dusty May, where football is king.
Oh, yeah. And always will be.
But I think this is the year you kind of have to move on from him. Bruce Thornton is a very good player. He's a guy that I compare to Malcolm Hill a little bit at Illinois. Very good first team, all Big Ten kind of player, and he will probably never make the NCAA tournament in his 4 years he's been there, which seems very, very unacceptable if you're Ohio State, who you could argue they ran the Big Ten from 2010 to 2015 or 16. Like, they were awesome.
There's a little window there, yeah.
They did. Well, starting with Greg Oden, I guess.
Yeah, about 07. Very good. Yeah.
But it's really fallen back now.
And now, they're not going to go rehire Thad because he can't coach
anymore. No, he can't coach anymore he's at Butler. And they're hovering right around 500, which is not great. But you want to go and pick some Big Ten games here real quick. I do have my my blind ranking is Big Ten basketball related. Starting with tomorrow night, Michigan at Purdue. Michigan's down to a 1.5 point favorite now.
1.5 drop from 2.5. I'm going Homer here. I'm going Purdue.
This will be the J-Man's book.
It's going to be one way or the other.
I think Michigan's the best team in the country, and I think they go in there and win it by 1.
Oh, thanks.
Half court buzzer beater, a la Ron Harper Jr. Merez Johnson hits it, and we all hate each other for it. But J-Man's Book and Prediction of the Week brought to you by Travis Watching Insurance Agency for life, home, auto, business, renters, workers' comp, farm insurance. Contact Travis 219-869-4561.
It is nice knowing that all Big Ten contending fans of Big Ten contending teams will be rooting for Purdue tomorrow because they need Michigan to drop one.
Yeah, my hate is too strong, Tanner. I'm very sorry for that.
It was like yesterday. I was a little torn. Indiana against Illinois.
I know.
A little torn. I say that a little.
Understand completely. But yeah, a big couple weeks for Michigan as they play Purdue and then at Illinois next week. So
they play Duke this weekend.
And they play Duke this week. That has no bearing.
Even though any cats put that as the number 1 game this week over Purdue Michigan, I'm like, that
it's like conference game.
I get like names they play, but it's a conference game. Come on, cats.
I'd put Arizona, Houston over Duke, Michigan. But I would say this game at Purdue and then next week's game at Illinois could be the deciding factors when it comes to winning the Big Ten title. Tuesday night, UCLA at Michigan State.
Give me Sparty.
Yeah, I think Sparty bounces back after getting just absolutely destroyed by Wisconsin. 9.5 point favorite, Michigan State is. On Fox Sports 1, we have Wisconsin at Ohio State. Massive one for Ohio State.
Wisconsin. I just don't trust Ohio State.
Wisconsin's guards are good. Wisconsin's a 1.5 favorite. Ohio State fans don't deserve to make. They'll have 10,000 people in an 18,000 seat arena, and it's
always
pathetic.
do.
Give me Wisconsin. Massive, massive, massive one here. Nebraska at Iowa. How's Nebraska ranked ahead of Illinois?
I like 9th.
I'm taking Nebraska as well. Peyton Sandford or Price Sandford.
Illinois or Iowa's won 7 of the last 10 in that series, but
Price Sandford returns. He's a lot better than Peyton.
Yeah, he is.
And then one I don't really care about, but we can pick it anyway. 11-14 Minnesota at 9-16 Oregon. Oregon's 3.5 point.
Give me Oregon because it's at Oregon.
Yeah, Minnesota's kind of falling back there.
I will not watch a second of that game.
No, me either. It's a late one anyway. It's a 9:30 tip. Yeah, I'm not watching it. It's Central Time.
Your time. I was going to say
10:30 time.
Yeah.
Rutgers at Penn State Wednesday.
Penn State. In these games, I just take I take home teams.
10-15 versus 11-15 there. I'm taking Penn State as well. Then 10-15 Maryland at 10-16 Northwestern.
Give me Northwestern, I guess. I don't know. They both stink.
And then Illinois at USC.
Yeah, Illinois gets a dog. I think it's a little dog fight, but Illinois gets a dog.
I do too.
USC's physical. They're physical.
They have some talent. on the
Yeah.
I'm
Most of these
very
teams are always physical.
I feel so much safer when Kylan Boswell's on the court. So I'm very, very glad he's back. Thursday night, no games, as I said, which ticks me off. Indiana at Purdue Friday night.
I know Indiana got them the first time, but I feel good
Damn
about
it.
the rematch. I'm taking Purdue in this one.
Purdue by 30 plus. You can book that
If
one.
Jalen Hood Shafino was playing, I might say different.
Yeah.
He'd be the perfect player for this Indiana team.
Oh, for sure. They need a guy like that.
Yeah.
100%. Rutgers at Minnesota.
I'll take Minnesota home.
Yeah, give me Minnesota. Penn State at Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Give me Nebraska. Washington at Maryland.
Maryland, I guess.
Give me Washington.
Traveling cross country.
I think Washington might be favored in that one.
Yeah.
They have some talent. They're just not very
They
good.
do.
Just weird. Oregon at USC.
USC.
Michigan at Duke. That's neutral. What am I talking about?
Michigan.
Yeah, give me Michigan. And then Illinois at UCLA.
Illinois and another close one. I think they get them both. I think they're close. I think J-Man's sweating.
I think Illinois splits this week. But I'm gonna take them anyway. I'm gonna take Illinois to go 2-0, even though I think they split. Then Sunday we have Ohio State at Michigan State.
I think good week for Sparty.
Yeah, give me Michigan State. Another big one here for Iowa at Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, bad week for the Hawks.
I agree with you. You want to do some top 25 games? I don't think we've done this all year.
Might as well. I can't tell you much about any team because I haven't watched much outside of Big Ten.
Number 2, Houston at number 6, Iowa State tonight. Big Monday.
Iowa State.
Give me Iowa State. I think both teams are very good, though. Tuesday night, I'm just trying to find ranked matchups, and we don't have any Tuesday besides the Michigan-Purdue one. We have Arkansas at Alabama on Wednesday.
Give me Arkansas.
I think Arkansas is good. Darius Acuff is a problem there. Give me Arkansas. BYU minus their second best player, Richie Saunders, tore his ACL at Arizona.
Arizona bounces back. They're not losing 3 straight.
Yeah, I agree with you. Give me Arizona. Let's see. Thursday night, no top 25. Friday night, we have this is a good one. ESPN 2, 6 o'clock Central Time. VCU, who's 20-6, travels to number 18 St. Louis, who's 24-1.
Interesting. ESPN 2. Give me the Billikens.
Yeah, give me St. Louis. I think Josh Schertz is going to be a big-time name.
Oh, yeah.
Who could be. He's already been mentioned as a potential Kansas State hiree.
How about Ohio State?
Maybe. Bowling Green, number 6, or not number 16-10. Bowling Green at number 22, undefeated Miami of Ohio.
Yeah, Miami of Ohio takes care of them.
I agree. Let's go to Saturday. Arizona at Houston, number 4 against 2.
Houston.
Give me Houston as well. Number 6, Iowa State at number 23, BYU. Man, the Big 12's a gauntlet.
I'll take BYU.
Give me Iowa State. BYU with no Richie Saunders is nothing. And that'll do it for top 25 games.
You know what? I already can fill it for you or me. Miami, Ohio's going to go undefeated. Going to be the 10 in either Purdue or Illinois' region when Purdue or Illinois is a 2.
Yeah, definitely.
You can book it.
Yeah, I was literally thinking at work today, it's like, man, I think I'd rather be a 2 seed than a 1 seed because the teams you are playing are better, but marginally better, and you don't have as much of a target on your back as a 2 as you do a 1.
True. That's true.
So I'd almost rather be a 2. I don't remember Illinois ever being a 2. They were a 3 for like the first time in a long time 2 years ago. Of course, they've been a 1 seed a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, Travis Steele doing a heck of a job there at Miami, Ohio. He's John Gross's, I think, half-brother or step-brother or something like that. Some relation. But, yeah, as I said, my blind rank is Big Ten basketball related. I took some first-team All-Big Tens from the past 10 years or so, and I chose one guy that I wouldn't call them forgotten men, but I would say we don't really talk about them very often anymore. And I want you to rank them 1 through 5, starting with Nate Mason.
Yeah, very solid player for some forgettable, average Minnesota teams.
Yeah.
A couple good teams in there. I'll put him at 4.
All right. Chris Murray.
Oh, okay.
Chris. Yeah.
Still, good player, overshadowed by his brother on some very good Iowa teams. I'm going to put him at 5.
All right. E.J. Liddell.
He was a bucket.
Yeah, he was
He
good.
was a bucket. Put him at 2.
EJ's one of those guys that he should be talked about a lot more, but because he plays for Ohio State, that aren't nearly as good as they have been. People just don't talk about him anymore. He
Yep.
was very good. The only reason why he didn't end up at Illinois is because of Mark Smith's. I don't want to say what I want to say there, but I don't like Mark Smith. But he got in EJ's ear. EJ visited Illinois like 5 times, and they thought for sure they were getting him. Anyway, moving on. Lamar Stevens.
Penn State.
Yeah.
That was when Chambers was recruiting real well. He was cheating so bad.
He was.
But it didn't help him at all. But
Yeah.
I'll put Stevens at 3. So I got
Okay.
last one's number 1 for me, whoever it
I
is.
think you're going to be okay with it, and that's Ethan Happ.
Oh, yeah. Ethan Happ was stud.
Yeah. Yeah, he was really good.
He was so frustrating because you play against him, you get the ball down low, you're like a skinny guy, push him around, and somehow he'd find his way to the bucket and make it almost every time.
Yeah, he just flipped
couldn't
it
shoot free
there.
throws, but
man,
he was almost automatic when he got in the paint.
He has a similar game to TKR a little bit.
Yeah, you don't want him at the line late in the game, that's for sure.
but the way they go back with that little push shot they did, Ethan did that. I thought Ethan kind of hurt himself by not attempting to try to become more of a 3-point shooter. Because I think that was his only way into the NBA was to do that. Because he was only like 6'9"
Yep.
But he was very good, very productive all 4-year player there.
Good blind rankings list, which is brought to you by Like Is Every Performer Print 2 Promo Group. If you're looking for a trustworthy, dependable resource for your next trade show, company picnic, or a sales meeting in 2026, Performer Print 2 Promo Group is over 50 years of combined experience in promotional products and commercial print. They strive for fast and efficient response to all your print needs, so you look no further. Let them be your one-source print and promotional company today by giving Barbara Van Weinsberg a call at 574-210-3815. Before we do on this day, I do want to make sure I talk a little golf this week. And it's actually the title of this episode is Anthony Kim is back. Live Golf probably will not have any more focus on them than they do right now. And that's because Anthony Kim, who was a huge star in the golf world, or a rising star in the golf world in the late 2000s, was a multi-time winner on tour, was a Ryder Cup guy in 08. And then he tore his Achilles, had a few other injuries, absolutely disappeared from the world of golf in like 2012, maybe 2013. Disappeared. Nobody heard about him for years. Well, come to find out, he was battling some drug addiction, some mental health problems. And then he pops up 2 years ago, all of a sudden, trying to get his game back. And Liv was interested. Joined Liv last year as a free agent, so he wasn't part of anybody's team. Played by himself all year long. Got better as the year went on. I mean, at first he was shooting like in the 80s. And everybody's like, what is he doing? Like, what is Liv doing? This is just a publicity stunt type thing. Then he got relegated because Liv only keeps so many guys every year, points-wise. Had a battle back in the offseason in a qualifying tournament. Made it back into Liv for at least a year. Patrick Reed decides a couple weeks ago, hey, I'm not playing Liv this year. I'm out. I'm going to play DP World Tour. I'm going to try to get back to the PGA Tour in 2027, which Patrick Reed's playing amazing golf right now, so it looks like he's made a really good decision. I mean, Koepka's done it. He's trying to do it now. So the Four Aces had a slot open 2 weeks ago. Anthony Kim's their new guy. Plays really good last week, but I was like, okay, it's probably a one-off. Then this week starts off really hot in the week, finds himself in the last group going into Sunday, and this is arguably their biggest tournament of the year. It's in Australia, which they get really good crowds. Australia loves this tour. They actually like watch it and everything. In the final, he's paired in the final group with John Rahm, Bryson DeChambeau, but he's 5 shots back going in yesterday. He wins the tournament.
That's incredible.
His last win was 2010. Like I said, I mean, he almost. I mean, he was in such a dark place, he almost left this earth a couple of times. And, I mean, it's one of the more incredible stories, not just that golf scene, in the sports world in the last 10 or so years. Yeah. And that's why yesterday, like, guys who cover golf, they were putting their feelings towards Liv aside and, like, they're like, this is great for Anthony Kim. Like, this is awesome type thing. Mm-hmm. The crowd was behind him. And, I mean, he's playing against 2 fan favorites in John Rahm and Bryce DeChambeau. Like I said, he not only came from behind down 5, he took him to the woodshed yesterday and was making tough shot after shot, tough putt, and yeah, it was pretty neat to see. So
Yeah, that is an incredible story. As far as like unlikely, how would you rank that compared to like Tiger Woods Masters a few years ago?
it's up there, but I still think you put Tigers at the top because of it being Tiger Woods and
Mhm.
the most famous golf tournament in the world and everything he went through. Anthony Kim went through different stuff though and a different struggle. And he was just kind of like a myth in the golf world for the last like 12 years. Like, you remember
Yeah.
Anthony Kim, the guy who was Ryder Cupper and had the big belt, shiny belt buckles and was taking the world by storm and then just disappeared type thing. Another one's Phil Mickelson winning the 2021 PGA Championship
That's right.
in his 50s. At the age of 50, that was pretty impressive. But yeah, it's right up there. And it was the best thing that could happen to live just from a hype standpoint, attention
Yeah,
standpoint.
definitely.
So
Yeah.
now they got another name that even if he doesn't win the rest of the year, which his game looks like if yesterday's like, okay, this guy might win multiple times. He's kind of a big name in the golf world again all of a sudden, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool.
That's
And
cool.
that's the cool thing about golf. It's not a team sport. It's an individual sport. So somebody can play terrible, then find their career. So, and then one last note, my boy Ricky played at Pebble Beach. Was sitting pretty after 2 rounds. Was in the final group on Saturday. Won back. Long story short, ended up tied for 19th. Had a bad Saturday. Shot 1 over par. He actually broke. He had the longest streak on tour for an even or under par round. He had 29 in a row.
Really?
Got 1 over par on Saturday. Then yesterday was like 2 under. But 3 starts, 3 top 20 finishes. Start the year. So trending in the right direction. I think he's got to get one soon. So
yeah.
And Colin Morikawa got the win. Another big name in golf, but hadn't won in a little while. He got the win, and then afterwards, him and his wife announced they're expecting their first child. So It was pretty cool how he dropped that right there after he won the tournament. So,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ricky, if he was able to win, if he was able to win a major, oh my gosh, that'd be insane.
Yeah, I want to say he's going to be in contention sometime, but he was a couple years ago in the U.S. Open going in the final round, had the lead by 1.
Yeah, I remember that.
It just wasn't even close that day. So
yeah,
he's
got to start feeling some pressure once he gets to that spot too.
I mean, the other day, this is 17th year on tour.
Wow,
it's hard to believe.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's not a youngster anymore out there. He's a veteran now. So, all right, let's learn about some sporting events that happened on this day on February 16th. Got some figure skating stuff, some Winter Olympic stuff going on. I still
watch much of the Olympics?
No,
I haven't either. I haven't watched the second.
I didn't mean to laugh. I respect what they do. It's just
for sure. It's just not for me.
Oh, great. My mouse is acting up. That's great. Man, this is not a good week. Not a good week.
Well, the Super Bowl's always over. You're in the middle of conference playing college basketball, maybe some NBA All-Star game, but other than that.
Next year the Super Bowl's on Valentine's Day, which is like the latest I can ever remember.
Yeah, I don't ever remember it. The last Super Bowl ever, I was born on Super Bowl Sunday, and I just saw the last Super Bowl that was ever held on my birthday was in 2003, January 26, 2003.
Jeez, yeah, it's just February now.
Now it's just been in February ever since.
Well, on this day, 1972, Will Chamberlain of the Los Angeles Lakers became the first player in NBA history to reach a career 30,000 point mark.
He was pretty good.
Yeah, he was. Probably doesn't get as much credit as he deserves, really, for the all-time.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Man. Got some Daytona 500 stuff. This is a bad day. On this day in 1989, Oral Hershiser of the LA Dodgers signed a $7.9 million 3-year contract, which was big money back then.
Yeah, it was.
Compare that to also on this day, Roger Clemens signed a 3-year contract with the Red Sox for $7.5 million.
Wow, rolling in the dough. Those guys, Clemens especially, he'd be a $400 million man at least in today's game.
On this day in 1992, the Lakers retired Magic Johnson's number 32 jersey. On this day, 1997, the 39th Daytona 500 was ran. Hendrick Motorsports posted a 1-2-3 finish with Jeff Gordon winning the race Terry Labonte, runner-up, and Ricky Craven, third place.
I had to feel pretty good for them.
Yeah, nice payday for Mr. Hendricks that day. On this day, 1999, O.J. Simpson's 1968 Heisman Trophy sold for $230,000 to help settle a $33.5 million civil judgment against Simpson for the deaths of his ex-wife and her friend.
Yeah.
On this day in 2003, the 45th Daytona 500 was held. Michael Waltrip won for the second time in 3 years. The race ended after 109 laps with rain. Yeah, Waltrip won like 3 or 4 races, I think, maybe 5, and 2 of them were Daytona 500s.
That's why he was such a big name then.
Yep.
Because it seemed like he was a huge name.
And his brother, Darrell Waltrip's more well known for
maybe
that's
and
everything. Yeah. DW. On this day in 2005, that 2004-05 NHL season was canceled. First time a North American Professional Sports League called off a season due to labor dispute.
I don't even remember that. Well, baseball's probably next year.
And on this day, 2014, the 63rd NBA All-Star Game was held. The East beat the West 163-155. Who was MVP?
I have a hard time not picking LeBron James.
He played for this team at one time. It was Kyrie Irving of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Interesting.
And on this day in 2020, NBA All-Star Game was held right before, last thing before the pandemic, really.
Yeah.
Team LeBron beat Team Giannis 157-155. Who was MVP?
I mean, now that they no longer do East-West, I have no idea.
Kawhi Leonard.
I guess. Oh,
Kawhi Leonard.
For him.
And last year, the 67th Daytona 500 was ran. William Byron became the first back-to-back winner since Denny Hamlin in 1920 after escaping the chaos that knocked out the bulk of contenders in 2 late race accidents.
Yeah.
And the On This Day segment is brought to you by Blue River Digital. Where is my read? There it is. Blue River Digital is a full-service smart marketing agency. They help businesses simplify marketing and grow with attention. Their focus is on system strategy and long-term results, not hype or one-off tactics. They offer digital marketing, website development, graphic design, printing and direct mail, signage and vehicle graphics, corporate apparel, promotional products, and AI and automations. They work with small, medium, and large businesses spanning across the United States with a strong presence in northern Indiana. Contact them today at 260-248-2749 to see how they can help you with your digital marketing. And real quick, before we get to Birdie or Bogey, I had 2 different things pulled up for this week, baseball related. I will save one for next week, but we are going to do this other one. And I found a site called Bracket Fights.
Oh.
And I'm going to share my screen. This is probably going to be a good experience for the audio listeners. But everybody viewing this will probably enjoy it. I got a bunch of different MLB hats up here.
Okay.
And you're going to go matchup by matchup and tell me which one you like better. I think a lot of them are the alternate hats. I did not make this template. So hopefully you can see them. This first matchup. Oh, I am struggling. There we go. Blue Jays or Rangers?
Blue Jays clear easily.
Okay. Phillies or this lightning bolt looking Dodger hat?
Phillies. Those are classic.
Pirates with a paint splatter and Brewers.
Brewers. Easy. Sleek.
Diamondbacks alternate and the classic Twins.
Ooh, man. I got to go classic Twins.
Like I said, I didn't make this, so there's going to be a lot of teams left off here. Blue Jays or Phillies?
Oh, man. Give me the Blue Jays. I like that look.
Brewers or Twins? 2 classic hats there.
Brewers.
And Brewers or Blue Jays for this side of the bracket?
Blue Jays.
Chase. Okay. Cardinals or Expos? Throwback Expos.
Expos for sure. You can just get Expos all the way.
Well, then that's the uglier one for the Cardinals than their other design.
Orioles.
Orioles or Padres? Orioles.
Yeah.
Mets or Giants?
Giants. Give me Giants.
And Red Sox, but not their classic look. This is more of a white one and the classic Yankees cap.
Classic Yankees.
Expos or Orioles, those are 2 good hats.
Those are very good. Give me the Expos, though.
Expos?
It's a nostalgia thing.
Yankees or the alternate Giants?
Yankees, easy.
And Yankees or Expos?
Expos.
So all Toronto or not Toronto, all
Oh,
Canada.
all Canada.
Expos or Blue Jays?
Give me the Expos for sure. I love that
Expos
hat.
making the cake
Bring them back.
for the first bracket wars on the Tan and J-Man show. And I have another MLB hat list thing for you next week, but that was going to take longer. So, cool. Birdie or bogey tonight, what college has produced the most kickers to be drafted in the NFL draft?
This school had 2 kickers I know of drafted, so I'm going to pick them, and that's Florida State.
Heck of a guess. Probably has produced the most kickers, but no. One more. Any more in the holster? I'll give you a par if you can get on second try.
Florida.
Another good guess, and they've had some, but the Ohio State University.
Really? I would not have guessed.
That's what the internet says.
Nick Kindig. Nick Kindig was that his name? No.
Mike Nugent.
Mike Nugent. Nate Kading.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of. Interesting. That was a good question, though.
Yep.
I stink. Thanks for watching the Tan and J-Man show. We'll be back at her next Monday with another episode. Have a fantastic week, everybody.